Welcome to Just Vibey Vibes. Welcome. Let's talk about Love Island tonight episode. Okay, the episode started out with Ella and Mitch being, Ella and Ty being so happy that they say I love you to each other. And when they're going to bed, Ella was like, love you, and they were like, Ty, say it, and he's like, love you too. I'm like, okay, this is so cute, they're so cute. Molly and Zach, that they're home making up together. Oh, we never needing space again. He gave me like Zach was just like saying what is going to happen. He was not even trying to, there was no apology. I did not hear any apology. Oh, we're never having space again. Oh, we're never taking it. And then he was just laughing. There was no apology. They were just like, oh yeah, that was not giving me no genuine accountability. Like, they gloss through things, they sweep things under the carpet. And God, when the whole thing is going to happen, like, you know, when you sweep things under the carpet, when all those dust is gonna come out one day, is gonna choke you guys. That's what it's giving me. And then Scott and Abby saying, oh, people can see that we are compatible. Nah, people like Scott. Just the same way Whitney was saying that, oh, people can see, you know, it's not what the public think. No, people like you. It's not even about the relationship. So that's the truth. Anyway, long story short, the next morning came. Everything was going well. The laughters, the conversations were just normal conversations. I didn't see, because on Twitter I'm seeing so much like things I think I was already stressing before I even watched the episode, which is making me feel like I have to stop going to Twitter before any episodes or things like that, because they be stressing me out. And the whole challenge, now let me talk about the challenge quickly. Most argumentative couple, Ty and Ella, that's it. Least sexual chemistry was Whitney and Logan and Mitch and Ella. Okay, I don't know, Mitch and Ella B. Okay, yeah, they're just new. And Whitney and Logan, I feel like Whitney is a slow burner person, and she does not do PDA that much. She does not want to, I feel like she's that kind of person that is going to like someone too quick, so she does not want to show them so much. So PDA is not even something that she's going to do, or it's going to take a longer time before she has to feel confident that the person is not going to mug her somewhere along the line before she feels comfortable to do PDA. That's what I think. And then attention seekers were Jess and Sammy and Ty and Ella. That was this in one-sided. That I feel like that was the most wicked one, was Abby and Scott and Ella B and Mitch. They were brutal. They just gave it to each other. And then unlikely pairing was Zach and Molly. They all even called themselves, so I guess I didn't see them as unlikely, but I guess they did see them as unlikely, because I don't know, I feel like anybody with Zach, they will say it's unlikely. Remember they were saying that Zach and Katie, that Katie is from a different world and Zach is from a different world, and was getting pissed about that. So I guess anybody that Zach is with, they would have found a way to say something. Most smug was Whitney and Logan, Zach and Molly. And then head turned was Abby and Scott. And then Mitch and Ella also have. And they were just giving to each other. So now I do feel like they were shady. And I'm just going to quickly talk about how I feel about each of like the things that were more serious arguments. People were going below the belt, and I mean below the belt. Like, come, do you guys like each other in that house or something? They were saying the truth on some things, and I like the fact that some people just took things so, like, you know, don't just like dust it off or shake it off. But I did feel like, for me, the one was like the one where they feel like someone's head is going to get turned, you know, all of those kind of stuff. Those ones are kind of like, you are like you're taking a dig at someone's coupling. Every other one, and the smug one, I feel like the smug one, them calling Whitney and Logan, sounds a kind of way, because yeah, they are the favorite. Some people actually gave the reason that because they're favorite. That actually does make sense, and I do understand that people are like, okay, Whitney said that, oh, but the public do not think so. Whitney, the truth is that the public likes you. It's not about who you're with. It's not because we see this coupling, you and Logan actually doing very well, but the people in the island before today actually saw you guys doing very well, because all the girls gave Logan a ring, because they said that he is a good boyfriend, he does this, the way he treats you and all of that. It's like the moment you're favorite, everything has gone like everything is no longer the way it used to be. I do think that it's better if they never revealed who the favorite is, and I know that they wanted drama, so that's why they did it, because he was becoming dead, and the process, are they getting drama? Yes. So the whole thing, I do see why Whitney was mad because Ella and Ty, because I think in her mind she was going to choose Ella and Ty, but she chose Zach and Molly because she didn't want to, because Ella and Ty are her friends, and she was not going to pick them in a category that puts them in the wrong light. I think that's where she's coming from. But at the same time, she could have just chose them if she felt that we would have like, oh, you think I am, I think you are, and then maybe that would have maybe just squashed everything. But it is what it is. So the whole one, Scott and Abby, one-sided and all of that stuff. They were just going at each other, like going at each other's neck, like they were going for the jugular, like they were not they were going below the belt. Scott gave it to Mitch by saying that, Mitch, everybody did not want to talk to Abby because you have been single for 3 weeks. People are feeling sorry for you. And then Mitch gave it back to Scott at the end. At first, he was like, these people are fake. That was not funny. But then when he now said that, if it's not because I don't want Abby anymore, she wouldn't be with you. I was like, okay, guy. They were going below the belt. And honestly, I agree. Abby is still bitter. I'm sorry, because even Ella B is like, okay, I'm gonna just let it go, blah blah blah, let it just go and all of that. So when she was talking to Mitch is like, oh yeah, when I go, I'm gonna make my points. Boy, he did not make no points. But then when they did speak, Ella B was just trying to smooth things up, and Abby is still saying, oh, we're never going to get back together, which is fine, but we cannot even be friends. Girl, you're still pissed. I'm not saying that you guys should be friends or all of that stuff. I don't do friends with exes, but at the same time, like, why are you still, putting too much vimp into it? And I like the fact, for me, I'm just worried about Scott, because I feel like Scott did not have a Casa Amor experience like that, because he didn't even want to play with any girl. Even if he was not even going to bring them, he didn't want to even have like a serious connection with any of them, so that they are not going to say, oh, he's just playing game and all of that stuff, because of the whole thing that happened between him and Ty and all of them coming for his relationship. So now I do feel like, so this time now, because Abby is saying that, oh, what people are saying, is it true? I do think that even if a girl comes in now, he might not want to get to know her, because he's going to want to prove them wrong. Guy, you don't need to prove them wrong. If a girl comes in that you really like, then you have to tell Abby that, hey girl, and thus we had a strong connection, but I am going to try to get to know this guy, and if you're going to get to know her. Don't do that whole good guy thing that you did that put you where you are now, honestly, because I feel like, honestly, Scott would have been better off with Gabby. From maybe if Gabby was inside, maybe, I don't know, somehow something would have happened back between him and Catherine, because he would be like, okay, we both play, and then maybe they would have been more easy to forgive each other, and whatever the case is, but it is what it is, and what has happened. But then just telling Abby that Scott has not been that way with Catherine, I don't understand. When I used to see Scott and Catherine, Scott's hand was always on Catherine's body. I don't know, they are in the villa, they see more. But then for them to still say that they don't think that Scott is into Abby, so it's kind of contradictory. What do you really think? Honestly, what do you really think? Because some people are saying that Abby is actually not into Scott, and then the Ella B is only Zach that said that Ella B is more into Mitch. Every other person Mitch is more into Ella B, but it could be that Ella B is actually more into Mitch. Because sometimes when you think that someone is above someone's league or something, and you think that they don't like the person, they might even be the one that actually like the person more. So that's what I'm gonna say. Now let me just go to the home final stuff. Okay, so Whitney was waiting to use the bathroom. I do understand that most of you are like, oh, is it because of bathroom? Is it because of bathroom? Please shut up. I said you've lived in a situation whereby you have been in a place where you have somewhere to go. I have lived with family for long, and I understand. If you don't get up on time, use the bathroom on time, you're going late for work, you're going late for school. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like, I need to use that bathroom. If I have told the person that I am next, I would go and be ironing my clothes. I would go and be doing something to get ready, so that whenever I can use the bathroom, I have other things ready at least. So Whitney is waiting. Everybody maybe knew that she was waiting, because there's a way they do it. And if you've listened to any interview from these past Love Islanders, you would know that after a particular time, I think they give them, they have just one bathroom for everybody to use. Then they give them a particular time. Everybody has to leave the inside the villa. They have to come out at a particular time. So it's not something whereby if Ella take her time and stay in the bathroom even after going when it was her turn to go, then Whitney will still have time to do all the things she has to do. There's a high chance that she will not have enough time. That is the problem. So if I have been the one, maybe you were doing whatever you're doing, I have been the one that say, okay, I'm next to go in the bathroom, and we've been waiting, but obviously you're not going to stand on a queue, like standing outside waiting. So she's the next. Maybe Ella is supposed to be the last person that would go, and then Ella just goes in because the person goes out. Not to, you could have called, wait, and the person is out. Can I go in since you're doing something? That's how you behave. So you just go in, and then she asks you how long are you spending 20 minutes when I heard that they only have 2 hours. That is selfish. Go and watch the interview that Tanya gave. Go and watch that interview. Then you know that this is serious business, because she could come out on national TV camera dressed up looking a mess because she didn't have enough time. And so no, honestly, if you want to take your time. Then maybe either be the first to go or be the last, so that if I be the last to go, get everything ready, so that way you know that okay, everybody has. If I want to spend 20 minutes and I'm gonna try to do my makeup fast, I'm gonna try to get everything ready so that I can come out fast. So I do see where she's coming from. She was being selfish at that particular moment, going in before her. If someone goes in front of me in the issues, like if I'm saying, I don't care whether you do not know and you just coming from me, I'm gonna tell you, I'm like, hey, there's a queue here, you have to go back to the line. I don't like someone, so I wouldn't like it, honestly. Even on the queue, when I'm waiting maybe to use a cash point or something, I don't like it if someone, because sometimes there's 3 cash points and someone thinks that because we are all waiting in the queue, then they can just go to the right cash point because the queue is not just behind. I will call you back. I'm like, hey, we're in the queue, we need to use it. So I don't understand why everybody is acting like, oh, just because of no. There is a reason there. And then, but I do feel like Whitney was still mad about the whole smug thing. She was still mad, of course, and she has the right to be mad. Now, does Ella have the right to feel like, okay, even if I am, you shouldn't call me out because you're my friend? I don't like someone misjudging my character on another basis. So if Ella has felt like, okay, she is not selfish, then ask Whitney, why do you think I'm selfish? Because this is something, and I do see where everybody is saying, because this is something that is not a joke to you. So you'll be like, why do you think I'm selfish? Like, list them. Because Whitney did try to list some things, although Whitney was defending herself that it was not because of the challenge. But I do feel like maybe if it was not the challenge, she would have dusted off. I don't think it's the first time it's happening. Maybe she would have dusted off, but because of this challenge, she's a bit salty at that particular moment. So it doesn't mean that Ella has not shown selfish tendency. It just means that at that particular moment, she was salty. So at that moment, she's going to tell her off. That's what I got from it. So I see Whitney's side. I see Ella's side of this whole thing. Now, my other thing is that Ella and Ty having the conversation, and Ty saying that Ella should pull Whitney. That's the reason why the producer showed it. That's the reason why they showed it. Because everybody's like, oh, they are trying to set Whitney up. I do think they are trying to set Whitney up. But if they have a chat about something that's an argument, and during the whole, when they've dressed up and they're having whatever they call it, I don't know, drinks time, then they're going to show it on camera if it's juicy. So they have to go back to the beginning and edit it. Because if it was only there and they didn't talk about it again, I don't think they would have shown it. It's because they brought it. So it was them that brought that there. Because Ella and Tyreek talked about it and Ella pulled her for a chat. Now, if I was Whitney, I would not have gone. I don't know if it's compulsory in Love Island. If someone pull you for a chat, you must go. I would have told her that I'm not ready to chat with you today. I'm not going to chat with her because we were sitting down there. You walked past us. I said hello to you guys, and you just walked past. I don't know who died and made you guys think that you're prom king and queen. Like, that's what was giving me like, oh, we are then they're like, oh, why are you not sitting with us? They're like, oh, you come and sit with us. We just want to, like, seriously? Are you kidding me? I kind of feel like maybe they heard this story whereby she was saying that it was them that she was going to pick for being smug. Maybe that's her truth. So I don't understand what this whole thing honestly is all about. I do think that yes, the smug thing, Whitney gives me humble. Whitney does not give me, Whitney says things. Whitney is like, you know, that kind of thing, but she does not give me like she's full of herself. She has not acted full of herself at all. And I do see the whole Montana edit and Marcel. If I remember vividly, in season 3, they actually leaked Marcel's text message with the girl he was with. I can't remember. I don't think they leaked it on the show. I think newspaper leaked it, or they leaked it somewhere. It was leaked. His conversation that he's having with the girl he was with on the phone, just to show us that Marcel is not the good guy that we thought he was. Montana owned like any little thing she did. I remember when she was tired of calm, always crying. Sometimes I get tired. I don't like people that are too emotional. Like every single time you cry, every time then I pet you, then I'm the one talking. It just gets me maybe a bit kind of sad and depressed. I take energy from people, so I don't want someone to be giving me that kind of crying sad energy. If you're my friend and with that, oh, I'm so sad, I will just tell you off. That's how I am. Like, I'll be like, stop it, it's enough, or I'll just stop talking to you, like, because of those things. I don't like someone always being sad every time. Oh, I'm sad, oh, I see the word is falling on top of your head. Everybody has their own issues. You cannot be doing that every time. Like, I am a good friend that's going to be supportive to you, but if every single day is one problem, or especially if it's a problem whereby you can fix it, but your intention don't want you to fix it, and then every time you want to complain about it to me, I'll be like, okay, enough is enough. I can't take this no more. But I would have just kind of removed myself from the situation. So Cam at that moment was being draining. Camila was being draining. I was saying that myself. I was on Twitter then defending Montana because At first, everything Montana says is what we want to hear. Then the moment she was favorite, it's like, oh, she's feeling too big. Oh, she's, they just use that to just damage her reputation. It was even a struggle for her to even be, I think, top 4 or something like that. And then they did the same thing with Marcel, kind of made the girl, make it seem like, oh, the girl didn't want to kiss, that she did not like him. And now they're doing that with Scott too. That's something I want to talk about. Everybody Scott is with. Scott does not like them, Ty. What is your issue with Scott? I feel like Ty has a personal vendetta against Scott. I can't even lie. Like, firstly, it was Catherine. Oh, you don't think he's into Catherine. Now, it is Abby. You don't think he's into. Who do you think he's into? Do you even think he's in? I don't understand. What is this about? Is he the only one that has coupled up with someone last minute or whatever the case is? Like, I feel like they're taking a dig at Scott and they're taking a dig at Whitney. I can't even lie about that. And honestly, if I'm Whitney, I'm just gonna cut it off. Like, honestly, I'll cut it off. The way Ella behaved tonight, the whole thing about the Whitney calling her spoiled, or is it spoiled or selfish, and she calling Whitney spoiled. She did call Whitney spoiled, and Whitney called her selfish. I feel like that whole thing was okay. It's both of them. It was just tension, but it was not that was my issue. It was not that. It was the fact that they walked past them, Shantai, and they called them and they didn't say, I don't even have time for that. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I don't do that. So anyway, that's that for tonight's episode. I can't wait for tomorrow night. I'm just gonna try and stay away from Twitter because Twitter is doing my head in. Anyway, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you some other time. Bye bye.